Judge, what are you gonna do when you finish? Do you think you'll go back to practicing law or when you finish this? Or will you? You know, just do this for eternity.
Oh, no, I hope I will not be doing, things forever. At some point, we all need rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you were such a good defense lawyer.
Aw, thank you.
You don't want to go back to that, huh?
I don't know. We'll see where paths take me,
Yeah,
You just have to keep an open mind about everything. At least that's what I'm told.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be fun to watch.
All right, who's here on Armando Rodriguez? All right, Armando Rodriguez. Hello. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon,
Hi.
Your Honor.
Good afternoon. So where are we?
We have an agreement on the MTR.
Okay.
We're going to proceed on the MTR and the unindicted case will be rejected as part of the agreement.
Okay. All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 10589. Excuse me in the box. Could you whisper, sir? Excuse me in the box. If you could whisper. Court is calling 2022 CR 10589. State of Texas versus Armando Rodriguez Jr. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Megan Enriquez. For the
And are you
defense.
Mr. Rodriguez Jr.? Did you review the document entitled motion to motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision and first amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Armando Rodriguez Jr. who's placed on deferred adjudication and 2022 CR 10589 for the offense of theft under $2,500 on June 1st, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you? All right. How do you plead to that? True or not true? And any objection to the waiver of the other allegations?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez, are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right. All right. So can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, so why did you not do well on probation?
I was homeless at the time, ma'am, and I was struggling quite a bit. Going through a little depression.
So here's the thing, Mr. Rodriguez. You know yourself better than I know you, better than probation knows you. If you have a drug problem, which you may have one, if you don't address that, you're going to be right back here for another offense. Maybe not the next day, maybe not in 2 days, but you'll be back. So if you would like, 1, I'll follow your agreement, revoke you, sentence you to 180 days at the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, taking in consideration the case that the state is asking be taken into consideration. Or I can continue you, in which case you'll be in custody and you'll be waiting a treatment bed at SAFP.
She's giving you the option to, she can follow the agreement that
Yes.
Mr. Coons accept that Mr. with you,
Mhm.
or if you wanted treatment now, she could also keep you on probation and send you to SADC, but she's leaving that up to you. Do you want, the first option is what Mr. Coons discussed with you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you just want to go do your time? All right. I'm hoping I don't hear about you on the news with your body being found somewhere, because sometimes you can get a hold of bad drugs. You understand? All right, court will follow your agreement. The court is going to revoke your deferred adjudication, find you guilty, sentence you to 180 days in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served, taking consideration 2024 PF 11630. There's to be no contact with Home Depot and Marshalls. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
All right, on this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, we have all the discovery we can think of.
Okay. And state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, how old are you?
I'm 47.
All right, Norma, put this on the schedule for October 14th for a plea deadline date. All right, we'll have you brought back on October 14th. On that date, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or whether or not you all have worked out an agreement. And after that date, if no agreement is reached, then your next setting will be for jury trial.
All right.
All right, do you have any questions?
When was I indicted?
Let me look and I'll be able to tell you. August 15th.
August 15th.
Yes, have you been served a copy of your indictment?
No, I have not.
All right. Do we?
I would have liked to have,
No, just one second.
I can get a copy.
Yeah. They'll give you a copy right now, so you'll have it, okay?
Thank you very much. Your
You're
Honor.
welcome.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes. Who's here on Jose Casarez? All right, are you all ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 0057, State of Texas versus Jose Angel Casarez Jr. Do I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Jonathan Ross for the defense, Your Honor.
All right, and are you Mr. Jose Angel Casarez Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Jose Angel Casarez Jr. who's placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 0057 for the offense of injury to the elderly bodily injury on March 28, 2024 for a term of 6 years? Is that you? Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 6 years in the prison?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Because I didn't have nowhere to live.
No, my question is, do you still wish to plead true knowing that I could revoke you and sentence you to 6 years? All right, so let me explain something to you. Sometimes people will come before me and they enter a plea of true and they want to explain why they did something. That's completely separate from the question of whether you did it or not. So right now we're at the point where I'm asking you, did you not report? I'm sorry, that's a double negative. Did you report, yes or no, for those days?
No.
All right, so now that I've gotten that, then my next question is, by telling me that you didn't report, I could sentence you up to 6 years, regardless of whatever agreement that you have with the state. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because you have a contract with the court and your contract has your conditions in it, which are things that you need to do. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm finding violation of condition number 4 true because you've pled true and you've told the court that you still wish to go forward with your plea of true to number 4, knowing that I could revoke you and sentence you to 6 years. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so the court is finding 4 true. All right, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
St. Augustus Jr.
All right, so why are you not doing well on probation?
I didn't have the place to get where to live and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
this time I already got a stable place.
Okay, you're gonna have to speak up so that I can hear you and so that the court reporter can hear.
I didn't have a stable place, but now I do have a stable place. It's my grandma.
All right, so why didn't you have a stable place before?
I didn't know whether or not to ask, and I went to somebody else's house to ask them a question, and they called the cops on me. So
No, I mean, why didn't you pick up the phone? Because you've been on this probation and I'm trying to understand.
Yeah.
You've been on probation since March 28, 2024.
Okay.
So why didn't you ask your grandmother before then?
I was trying to wait for it to go to the Social Security office, and I went from to that
So I went over to ask somebody for some information and they called the cops.
So you're saying since March 28, 2024, you've been in custody?
No,
All right, so what is your grandmother's name?
Gloria,
Gloria what?
Casarez,
All right, does she want you staying with her?
you don't mind?
No. Does she want you staying there? Did you pick up a phone? Did you call her and ask, may I stay with you?
I went there and asked and she said I could stay a
All right, when did you go and ask?
while back. I don't know how long ago that was.
Okay, I'm not following your story very well.
And what month are we?
All right. So we're at the end of September right now. It's September 30th. Do y'all believe he's competent? Defense?
I do, Your Honor. I do. He has schizophrenia. He's been on medication in the jail, and I've been able to talk with him. He seems to have a rational, factual understanding of the facts in the case. He may be a little bit nervous right now. I know he's trying to kind of explain dropping the ball,
Yeah.
and there may not be
So,
a
Mr.
really satisfying answer to
problem.
that. Yeah.
So, Mr. Casarez, do you know what you're on probation for?
Did you tell other person?
Okay. And do you know how much time I could sentence you to prison?
Yeah,
And what time is that?
6 years.
Okay. And do you know your attorney?
10 years.
Yes. Do you know what his job is?
Make sure I get the right judgment and stuff.
Okay. And do you know what the prosecutor's job is?
Make sure that I get the maximum.
People always say to make sure you get the maximum, but he's the state of Texas, right? So if there is alleged to be a criminal offense, then he represents the state of Texas. He doesn't represent individual people. He doesn't even represent, like in this case, the person that you're accused of injuring. He doesn't represent that individual person. He represents the state of Texas. Okay. So when there is an alleged offense committed, it's an offense to the state of Texas or whatever you state you're in. And so that's why they represent the state of Texas. So his job is supposed to be to see that justice is done. And his job is to represent you within all ethical and legal standards. Do you understand? All right. I have previously ordered a mental health evaluation. Was that not done because he disappeared? All right, thank you. All right, and help educate me. The MIC initiative, is that different than being placed on the? Yes.
No, the same thing.
Ah, okay. So probation, you're saying this recommendation should be followed?
Yes, Judge.
All right, and who is the person? Oh, there's no such address as the old Pearsall Road address he gave. Well, they say it's not there. So here's my thing. I will continue you,
Okay.
but here's my issue. I don't know if placing him with his grandmother is the right place to be placing him. I mean, does anybody feel that way? Because he's on for injury to the elderly. I'm assuming his grandmother is older than his mom. So do we think that's I don't know if that's a good placement for him. Is there somewhere else?
I have an aunt and uncle that live in an apartment complex in that hill. I don't have to.
Well, do you know if they want you to be there?
I was there for a little bit. I could have asked them when we had to.
And how old are they?
They're like 30s and 40s.
Okay. Probation, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. It is my understanding, Your Honor, that.
Did y'all confer with probation?
We did. Yeah.
Judge, we talked about the recommendation.
Sorry.
Okay. So do y'all want to confer with her? Because
Sure.
I don't want to set him up for failure. And he's on probation for injury to the elderly, right? And then now I'm being told that he wants to stay with his grandmother. I'm sorry, what?
If I get there and just call in or something like that,
No, because I don't,
do it this time.
well, Google. And we can go off the record.
Yeah.
Google works. If somebody knows their name, maybe if you put them in the search engine.
Okay.
I don't know. So I don't, y'all want to
Okay.
step back a little bit?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
let's see, I don't want to set him up for failure, and I think having him go reside with her is setting him up for failure. And then somebody needs to make sure that he's on his meds. Then we have this
Yes.
whole thing with the schizophrenia. Maybe y'all can call. All right, Mr. Kilgore, if you come up. All right, so I think it should be fairly easy to get a copy of the arrest warrant. I'm hoping he
Yes, sir.
was, unless he was arrested without a warrant, which it appears that he was. Is that correct?
No, well, no, but they obtain a search warrant kind of based on the arrest
Arrest
warrant. So
warrant.
I would just like to read the arrest warrant.
Okay. So we know for sure that a arrest warrant exists.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, state, that should be fairly easy for you all to obtain. I'm gonna call this back for October 3rd.
Was it possible to move it to the following week, Judge?
Is there an issue with that time?
Charles is out that day, so just if I'd like to do it when he can be present.
Okay. Norma, put this for October 7th. All right. And then we have a motion to set bond on the motion to revoke. Court is calling 2023 CR 10767W, State of Texas versus Michael Lee Kilgore. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Lindsay Shaw?
All right, the defense has filed a motion to set bond. My understanding, you conferred with another
Yes,
prosecutor?
ma'am, Judge. I conferred with Jason Garahan and he agreed to recommend a bond of 20,000.
All right. And state, are you proceeding with the recommendation from Mr. Garahan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kilgore, can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Sure.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you do?
Now, currently, I have a car dealership I've been working on for the last 2 years. I actually signed with Westlake Financial to do my flooring plan. So I've actually been a small business owner the last recently 6 months. And
Well, now, do you have a brick and mortar where my car, for example, my car dealership is at 300 De La Rosa. There it is, right across the street. The sign is up, the cars are there. Do you have that type of business or is it strictly online?
it's not strictly online. Like I said, that's what Westlake was working with me on, was building the floor plan. So they were handling everything for location and doing the floor plan for it.
All right, so you currently do not have a location?
No, ma'am.
And do you have any vehicles for the business?
I do. Currently, right now, I don't know. I've been
Well,
locked up. So
No. How many vehicles are you saying you have for your dealership?
right now, I'm doing 4 at a time at
Okay.
at odd chance.
Okay. So you currently have 4 vehicles in inventory.
And well, in inventory as of right now that I know of. Like I said, I've been locked up and left.
No. I want you to answer my questions because I'm trying to figure things out. So we can stay on track with my questions.
Sure.
And then if there's something you want to add later, I will give you ample opportunity to do that. All right, so there's no location. I have 4 vehicles in inventory right now. And if you were released, do you have a place to stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Just one moment.
It's within.
From here, from the courthouse, Judge, it looks like it's only 13 miles.
Okay. And have you ever had any mental health issues? Ever been diagnosed with any mental health issues?
No,
And what would that be?
that was PTSD.
Have you been on any type of medications? Have you ever used any type of drugs in the past? Anything other than marijuana? All right. And you all have agreed to set his bond at $20,000 on the motion to revoke, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. This is what the court will do. The court is going to set your bond at $20,000. Partial GPS. Waive fees. And that's until further notice. You'll be allowed to work upon presentation of a work schedule and proof of employment. And I'll do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. And you're to reside at the address that you've given the court, that is in Shoals, Texas. All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Norma, if you can make sure that he has a reset form.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
We need to sign that.
Oh, excuse me.
We need to-
He's found the arrest warrant. So let's bring you back.
Yes, ma'am. Do I sit down?
Yes. Oh, no, come up
Oh,
here.
yes, ma'am.
So Judge, the MTR is being reset.
Yes, we're gonna give it a contested date. And then if it's not really contested. So defense, with that, you have all of the discovery?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, then let's set this, Norma, for the week of October 14th. For contested. Okay, October 14th. All right, so,
Okay, Judge.
all right, so we'll be back on October 14th instead of the 7th. And if you'll give him a reset form, please. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge. You have a blessed day.
All right, thank you. You too. Oh, crafty make what?
Well, I mean, I know you didn't make them, but I
Oh,
bet
no.
you're crafty like that, no?
No, I'm not crafty like that, but hey, if there's a zombie apocalypse, the person you want to be with is me. But if you want some craft, Deputy Laura.
We're gonna buy Tom
Well,
a trip
see,
judge.
Judge, she has it over till she gets it off Amazon.
Okay, let me just tell you, during the zombie apocalypse, I could be wrong, but I don't think you're gonna be able to order from Amazon. It will be like the movie, The Postman with Kevin Costner, where he's delivering the mail during the apocalypse. Yeah, he's just the postman. But you know what is a underrated movie of his that I enjoy? Waterworld. Yeah. Well, you know, he's adapting to the environment. All right, Brianna Butler. So why are you late for court?
I stayed all around 1604 at my uncle's house, and he wasn't there. He's a bail bondsman. He wasn't answering the phone, so the only way I got here was on the via bus, which I had to walk like 2 miles into the city in order to get on the via bus. So by the time I walked into the city from a Lotus and 1604 and whatnot, it was already like 10, 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
And I had let my attorney know, and she told me to check in at court 15, which is next door. I checked in there, then and we checked it here. Then y'all told me to come back at 1:30. I was late again, walking from going to get some food, not here at Whataburger up the street, and I walked back and I talked to her on the phone, and she told me to sit, be quiet, or wait, or say nothing or something like that. I was like, okay. And I told the probation officer lady, and she told me to sit here and wait until you call my name.
All right, so how are you gonna be on time for court?
Well, now, like, I know that it's a 2 hour walk ahead. I'm gonna wake up earlier to be able to walk. But I didn't think I was gonna have to walk.
Right. So here's the thing. Mind you, I used to ride the bus. I used to walk everywhere. When I was a defense attorney, I would walk from the courthouse to the Bear County Jail. I didn't take the bus from there. I was like, I'll get exercise. And that was a long walk. And it was in the heat and I was in heels. Bye-bye. And I had a backpack, right? And so what I learned is it's nice to have people who will say they're going to do A, B, and C. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to take you to court. But at the end of the day, you got to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. You understand? So you cannot be late for court again. You understand? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to recall this. And Norma,
Yes, sir.
I'm recalling this for October 10th. You need to make plans and you need to be here on time. Do you understand? All right. If you give her a reset form for October 10th.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too. Right here.
Yeah, you can see, I'll call you in just a second.
Just give me a second, Mr. Ross.
Yep.
I can only move as fast as Odyssey.
I understand.
Oh, yeah. It was.
You know, it reminds me of Big Trouble in Little China, which that should have won an Oscar, by the way. But in that movie, Kurt Russell told somebody, I don't drive any faster than I can see. Besides, it's all in the reflexes.
That's a good policy, especially when it gets raining real
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
That is, try to keep that in mind.
Let's have a report on. All right, are you ready on your person?
Ready to report, Your Honor.
All right, let's have a report on
Mr. Casarez.
Mr. Casarez. Okay, what's the report?
Yes, Your Honor. We've left a voicemail with with his grandmother to see if we can get the contact information for his other relatives. That seems to be the closest lead we've got. I've also got some contacts if we are not able to find family that's able to be supportive that would be within the appropriate risk for this case, that there could be some public sector options that Mr. Casarez and the court consider.
All right, so what we can do is we can recall this either Tuesday or Thursday, because I want to plan, because otherwise we're going to be right back here before the week is out.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Thursday's probably the best.
All right, so we're gonna, so I've taken your plea of true. I've already said I'm gonna deny the motion, so I'm denying the motion unless, no,
Well,
this is what we're gonna, let's go back on the record. We're back on the record in 2022 CR 0057, State of Texas versus Jose Casarez. And could I have the parties re-announce?
Jonathan Ross is the finish line.
And you're Mr. Casarez? So this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to find violation condition number 4 true. When I said I denied it, I'm rescinding that. And let me explain to you the reason why I'm rescinding the denial of the motion. Because if I do that, there may be some issues at the jail and they'll automatically release him. But just so you know.
Oh, he has a misdemeanor pending as well, Your Honor, so that shouldn't be good.
They probably still will.
Fair enough, Your Honor.
So I want to let you know, even though I'm rescinding my order that the motion is denied, when we come back on Thursday, I'm going to deny it unless you all come up with something else that you want me to follow. All right. And we can go off the record. So Mr. Casarez, the reason why I'm doing this, I don't want you to fail. And if I were to just send you out into the world today, they'd release you at midnight and we'll probably end up right back here. Okay?
I'm fine. So this still.
Okay. All right. So we're going to bring you back on Thursday, October 3rd. Okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you,
you, Anna.
guys. And Mr. Ross?
Yes,
I just don't know if Haven for Hope will be the best place for him to address. They can address the homelessness, but then the issue of the mental health, they do have good programs for that, but I don't know if it would be a good fit for him.
No, I understand, Your Honor. I've had clients go over there in community court, in the County Court 15, but they also have resources to, I understand. I imagine probably the probably family, if that's
Mhm.
around, is gonna be the best option, but we'll.
Well, hopefully the grandmother will call. They're usually pretty good at that.
Yes, ma'am. I got a message, so.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
All right.
Could be better, right? All right, so this is what has happened. Odyssey, sometimes it doesn't give your attorney notice. And so your attorney is called and they didn't have notice of this hearing.
Okay.
So we're gonna recall you. Norma, is she able to be here on the 3rd? So we're gonna get you back here as soon as possible.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I had already been sentenced before, and y'all guys had given me a program.
Oh, no. So here's the thing. You are here. It's a probation hearing. So we're gonna wait for her to be here, okay?
Y'all had already recommended BDRF,
Mm-hmm.
and I was interviewed by them. And I thought I've been waiting for a bed for the last 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know what.
All right, we're gonna find out about that. Where are we on that? Okay, we will bring you back.
Clarification on what's going on there.
Okay. Norma, what date?
I'm checking with her, judge. She hasn't answered yet.
Yes, the 2nd, no. Because that's a jury trial date. Well, I tell you what, if she's asking for the 2nd, then she needs to be here exactly at 9. We're gonna bring you back on October 2nd, okay? All right, thank you.